Hey, welcome to Freedom on Fire. This is Bob TV. How you doing today? Guess what Trump said that he's going to do to companies who plan on sending jobs overseas? Watch this.
Our jobs are coming back, and our companies aren't leaving. And if our companies want to leave, there are consequences. If they want to go to Mexico or some other country and build a plant and make air conditioners like Carrier's doing, or build cars like Ford is doing. Ford is moving an entire massive division down, all small car production. They want to do that. You tell them very nicely, I'm sorry. You know, I always joke that I want to make those calls so badly. I don't want to put anybody in charge of those calls. They're so easy. And they're short. And our politicians should have done this for years. But you tell them that when you make your air conditioner, your car, whatever it might be, you build in Mexico, enjoy the weather. When that car or that product comes through our very strong border, now it'll be a very strong border, there will be a 35% tax. And you know what's going to happen? Nobody's going to leave, folks.
That's right. He said he's going to slap them with these tariffs, 35%. Now, did he do that with Carrier? Now, first, I don't know how we're going to take this. You know, I looked at his plan for Black of America, and one of the things he said he'd do is that if you do keep your jobs in America, I'm going to cut your taxes to 15%. I don't want your jobs going out of this country. I'm going to cut your taxes to 15%. You know, and when he did that when he did work that deal with Carrier, I was coming at him hard, calling him a punk and everything. I'm like, yo, you don't win your battles by giving people candy and a hug. No, you hit them hard with taxes. That if you're going to take these jobs, one job overseas, I'm going to hit you with these tariffs. But I realized looking through his plan, Donald Trump is giving him an option. Look, you stay in America. I'm going to cut your taxes down to 15%. I'd rather have you in America paying 15% and having the workers still paying their taxes versus you going overseas. You're not paying any taxes to Americans and into the system no more. And now they don't have a job to pay into the system. That don't work for us. So look, let's work a deal. Stay in America, keep your jobs in America, 15% tax incentive, and a whole host of other incentives I want to give you. And I'm going to give you some government contracts too, but we need these jobs to stay in America. Now the thing is, Trump, you need to say if you take some of these jobs out of America, we're going to hit you with this 35% tariffs. Either you do this or you do this. If you don't do this, we're going to do that. So you got to man up, Trump. I know you're a man's man. I know you think you're the alpha male. Show that you're alpha male. Don't play with these companies. Don't let them Mickey Mouse and punk you around. If they decide that they don't want to keep their jobs in America, you slap that 35% tariff on it. Offer them the candy deal, 15%, and make sure you keep bringing these into the Black community, the urban community. Even in rural communities, they need jobs too. Rural communities and urban communities, keep jobs in America. Let's make sure all your products say made in America. Let's not say made in America just because your corporate office in America and you got Chinese people and Taiwanians building your stuff. No, we need real made in America product to show our pride as Americans. So, Trump, don't be punking out. Don't be punking out. Now, I understand you said 15% if you keep your jobs here. That's in your policy for urban community. 15% if you bring your jobs to the urban community. We're going to cut your taxes 15% and give you all these incentives, which we'll do the same thing for your workers. Well, at least they'll be working. We'll cut their taxes, give them tax incentives too. That's better than you going overseas. But if you ignore this, what I got here for you, I'm going to slap you with tariffs. Don't be no punk. Now, thank God to Bernie Sanders, who's coming up with this law. Says if you go overseas, you get no government contract with us, and you're going to pay a huge tax. If Donald Trump, if you don't want to man up and do your thing by slapping these tariffs, all of us is going to support. We're going to do it anyway. We're going to support Bernie Sanders and that new law that he has. I'm telling you, who watch this show, that law, that bill that Bernie Sanders is pushing, you need to hit the phones and call every politician in your state to support, that's in Congress or in the House or Senate, in the House or the Senate, to pressure them to vote for that bill. And let them know, if you don't vote for the bill, you're out this year. We got to get to the point where we take our party hats and be agenda-minded versus party-minded. And agenda-minded saying no more jobs going overseas. Trump is saying out his mouth, we need to put his money where his mouth is. Because oftentimes we don't know which one bigger, his money or his mouth. Surely his mouth is bigger than his money. We need to see him do that. We need to don't give them candy. Don't give them a slap on the wrist and a hug and offer them these presents and gifts. Be bold and say, no, Doc, if you take your stuff overseas, we're going to hit you with these taxes, these tariffs. I'm giving you an incentive over here to stay. So you're either going to do this or we're going to slap you with the tariff. Bernie Sanders, you do your thing, man. You push that bill, and we will support you in that bill, Doc. We don't want no more jobs going overseas. Donald Trump, read my lips. No more jobs overseas. If they even think about it, you slap them so hard with that 35% tariff that their heads spin like the exorcist. We as Americans got to start standing up and proving that we are the deal. We run things. We are the big deal. And our products are the best products in the world. Why? Because they are made in America, not rubber stamped in America. And we need to deal with each one of these companies that claim to be American-made companies, slap them on, no longer slap them on the wrist, but slap in the face with the terrorists so hard they look like a permanent tattoo. Because we need jobs here in America. And by God, we're going to get jobs in America. And you better look out for it. Trump, don't be punking out, man. Do what you say you're going to do on Bob TV. Peace.